This is Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com with our free college football pick show here for Saturday, December 7th. We have picks from all 6 games. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, my premium plays, click that link in the description and that'll take you over to my page here at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this one started. Ohio and Miami, Ohio college football pick here for Saturday. This is the MAC championship game played at Ford Field in Detroit. Ohio improved to 9-3 after their 42-21 home victory to Ball State. The Bobcats gained 475 yards, 270 rushing for 6.6 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 375 yards to the Cardinals with 333 passing yards on 47 attempts. Parker Navarro, 7-11 passing for 169 yards with 3 touchdowns and a pick. He rushed for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. Miami, Ohio 8-4 with their 28-12 road win at Bowling Green. The Redhawks put up 372 yards, 117 rushing for 4.3 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 261 yards to the Falcons with 51 rushing yards for 2.1 yards a carry. Brett Gabbert, 18-28 passed for 255 yards with 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. Miami, Ohio defense in excellent form as in their past 3 games, allowing 9.3 points per game with 2.7 yards per rush, 4 yards per pass attempt. Ohio in this period allowing 220 yards passing per game with 6.4 yards per pass attempt. Parker Navarro accuracy is an issue the past 2 games. Gabbert is the experienced and efficient quarterback of these 2 sides. Ohio 0-5 straight up in MAC title games. The pick here will be on Miami, Ohio here at minus the 2.5. All right, next up we have Iowa State and Arizona State college football pick. Here we go. This is action for Saturday. This is the Big 12 title game. So let's get to this one here. Game played in Arlington Stadium in Texas. Iowa State improved to 10-2, a 29-21 home victory to Kansas State. The Cyclones gained 320 yards, 187 rushing for 4.3 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 364 yards to the Wildcats, with 144 rushing for 4.6 yards a carry. Rocco Becht in the game, 13 of 35 passing for 137 yards with 2 touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdown in the game. Arizona State 10-2 after their 49-7 win at Arizona. The Sun Devils gained 643 yards, 281 rushing for 7 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 210 yards to the Wildcats with 126 passing yards on 31 attempts. Sam Levitt, 17-22 passing for 291 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Cyclones in their past 3 games are throwing for only 53% completion rate, 5.9 yards per pass attempt. The rush defense has been poor by allowing 5.4 yards per carry. ASU is in the better offensive and defensive form here. Sam Levitt has been more accurate and efficient under center. In their past 3 games, they completed 67% of their passes, 10.5 yards per pass attempt, and defending the pass well. The Sun Devils have covered 7 of 9 against the conference. The pick here will be on Arizona State here at minus the 1. All right, next up we have Georgia and Texas college football pick. Here we go for action on Saturday. Game played at Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia improved to 10-2 with their 44-42 8 overtime win to Georgia Tech. The Bulldogs gained 405 yards, 108 rushing for 4.2 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 560 yards to the Yellow Jackets with 260 rushing for 5.5 yards a carry. Carson Beck in the game, 28-43 passing for 297 yards and 5 touchdowns. Texas 11-1 with their 17-7 road win at Texas A&M. The Longhorns produced 458 yards, 240 rushing for 4.8 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 248 yards to the Aggies with 102 rushing for 3 yards a carry. Quinn Ewers, 17-28 passing for 218 yards with a touchdown and pick. Georgia won the first meeting, holding the Longhorns to 15 points. Texas passing game struggling in their past 3 games by throwing for 16% completion rate for 6.4 yards per pass attempt. In this period, they're allowing 6.9 yards per pass attempt. Longhorns 3-7 of the spread, facing teams that average 425 yards per game or greater. The pick here will be on Georgia here at plus 2.5. All right, next up we have Marshall and Louisiana here, college football pick. This one here on Saturday. Marshall improved to 9-3 after their 35-33 overtime road win at James Madison. The Thundering Herd gained 261 yards, 141 rushing for 3.7 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 382 yards to the Dukes with 244 rushing for 4.6 yards a carry. Braylon Braxton, 13-24 passing for 120 yards with a touchdown. He had a rushing score in the game. Louisiana 10-2 after their 37-23 road win at UL Monroe. The Raging Cajuns had 411 yards, 223 rushing for 5.1 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 335 yards to the Warhawks with 167 rushing yards for 4.6 yards a carry. Chandler Fields in the game, 17-26 passing for 180 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. Marshall has been effective against the Sun Belt by putting up 35 points per game, 5.1 yards per rush, 7.6 yards per pass attempt. Beating James Madison on the road is in a tough environment, and they pulled that out last week. It is a 6-game win streak for the Thundering Herd. The Raging Cajuns had recent low scoring output against the better Sun Belt teams in South Alabama and Texas State. The pick here will be on Marshall at plus the 6. All right, next up we have Clemson and SMU college football pick. This one here on Saturday. Game played in Charlotte, North Carolina. Clemson drops to 9-3 after their 17-14 home defeat to South Carolina. The Tigers gained 419 yards, 139 rushing for 4.3 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 431 yards to the Gamecocks with 267 rushing yards for 6.4 yards a carry. Cade Klubnik, 24 of 36 passing for 280 yards with an interception. He rushed for 62 yards and 2 touchdowns. SMU improved here to 11-1, a 38-6 home win to Cal. The Mustangs put up 415 yards, 115 rushing for 3.8 yards a carry. Defensively, they held the Golden Bears to 254 yards, 95 rushing for 2.6 yards a carry. Kevin Jennings, 20 of 30 passing for 225 yards and 2 touchdowns. Since SMU changed their quarterback, they've been outstanding. They carry a 9-game win streak here. In their past 3 games, they've averaged 36 points per game, 72% completion rate, 9 yards per pass attempt. They've held opponents to 13.7 points per game in this period, holding opponents to 2.9 yards per rush, 5.9 yards per pass attempt. Clemson defense in this 3-game period allowing 214 yards rushing, 4.9 yards a carry, 7.1 yards per pass attempt. The Mustangs have covered 6 of 8 against the conference. The Tigers are 4-7 away against winning teams. The pick here will be on SMU at minus the 2.5. All right, next up we've got Penn State versus Oregon college football pick. This one here on Saturday. Game played in the Dome here in Indianapolis. Penn State improved to 11-1, a 44-7 home victory to Maryland. The Nittany Lions gained 412 yards, 219 rushing for 4.5 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 294 yards to the Terrapins with 122 passing yards on 26 attempts. Drew Allar, 17-26 passing for 171 yards and a touchdown. He rushed for 23 yards and a score. Oregon 12-0 after their 49-21 home win to Washington. The Ducks posted 458 yards, 222 rushing for 6 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 244 yards to the Huskies with 43 rushing on 37 attempts. Dylan Gabriel, 16-23 passes for 209 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdown in the game. Oregon defense in outstanding form over the past 3 games, allowing 2.5 yards per rush, 5.4 yards per pass attempt. They're running for 5 yards a carry with 70% completion rate in this period. A fast track and a dome will aid the speed of the Ducks here. Penn State 1-4 the spread away, facing a team that averages 425 yards per game or greater. The Ducks are 11-5 to the spread away as a favorite. The pick here will be on Oregon minus 3.5. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, my pre and plays, click that link in the description. That'll take you to my page here at TonySpicks.com. And if you like this video, give us a like, a thumbs up. You really help our channel. I'm Tony T. We will talk with you guys later.